Before you nod yes to the next request, stop. You've been told that being agreeable makes you likable, that saying yes builds bridges, that harmony is always good. Aristotle, the man who taught Alexander the Great, saw something different. He warned that every virtue pushed too far becomes a vice, and agreeableness, when excessive, becomes self-annihilation. Today, I will show you why always saying yes destroys your will, how people-pleasers die twice, once inside, once forgotten, and how Aristotle's ancient wisdom can turn your niceness into strategic strength. Drop this in the comments. I choose balanced virtue. Let's begin. 1. The golden mean. Aristotle gave us the doctrine of the mean. Between cowardice and recklessness lies courage. Between stinginess and extravagance lies generosity, and between hostility and servility lies proper agreeableness. Most people think the nicer I am, the better person I become. Wrong. When you never disagree, never set boundaries, never risk conflict, you are not virtuous, you are vacant. Imagine a bow without tension. It cannot shoot. A lyre with slack strings makes no music. You, without resistance, become nothing. Your constant nodding is not kindness, it is erasure. 2. The flatterer's trap. Aristotle despised flatterers. He said they trade truth for temporary comfort. Every time you agree with someone to avoid awkwardness, you become their mirror, not their equal. People don't respect mirrors, they use them and walk away. Watch The Office of Yes person. They are liked and ignored. Their opinions mean nothing because they have none of their own. Flattery is the cheapest currency. It buys smiles, never loyalty. Stop being the friend who always says, you're right. Start saying, I see it differently. The first response gets you liked. The second gets you wooed. 3. Collapse of character. Aristotle argued that character is formed by repeated actions. Every time you suppress your true thought, you carve a deeper groove of weakness. After 100 small betrayals of yourself, you look in the mirror and see a stranger. You don't know what you actually believe. You only know what others want to hear. That is the hidden danger. Not one big disaster, 1,000 tiny messes that melt your spine. Recovery requires ripping off the agreeable mask. It will hurt. People will call you difficult, but difficulty is the smell of a soul returning. 4. Why nice people are forgotten. Aristotle taught that we remember the exceptional, not the average. The agreeable person is statistically average in opinion, in edge, in presence. History has no statues for the man who always said, fine with me. Think of the most unforgettable person you know. Are they always easy? Do they bend to every wind? No, they have angles, sharp ones. Those angles cut into memory. Your smoothness is a slide into oblivion. Let yourself be rough in places. Disagree. Walk away from pointless arguments without fixing them. Your silence and your no are the chisels that carve your name. 5. The courage to displease. Aristotle placed courage as the first virtue because without it, no other virtue stands. Displeasing people takes courage. It takes accepting that some will dislike you. But here is the paradox. Those who dare to displease the unworthy earn deeper respect from the worthy. A leader who never says no commands no loyalty. A friend who never calls out bad behavior enables it. A partner who never sets boundaries loses their own identity. You are not a restaurant open 24 hours. Close the kitchen. Let some people go hungry for your approval. They will respect you for it more. 6. Strategic agreeableness. Aristotle never said be a brute. He said find the mean. That means you choose when to agree. Agree when it serves a long-term goal. Disagree when a principle is at stake. Remain silent when words would give away your position. This is strategic virtue. It is not selfish, it is sustainable. You cannot pour from an empty cup. You cannot protect others if you have dissolved yourself. So before you say yes, ask, does this align with my values? Does this person deserve my energy? If not, say no without apology. 7. A mirror test. Aristotle believed self-knowledge is the beginning of wisdom. Look in a mirror. Ask, do I even know what I really want?
Or have I said yes so many times that my desires are just echoes of others? The agreeable person's mind is a rented room. Anyone can move the furniture. Take back the lease. Spend a week disagreeing once a day on something small. I prefer coffee, not tea. I think that movie is overrated. Rebuild your spine one small no at a time. 8. Legacy over likability. At the end of your life, you will not be comforted by how many people liked you. You will be haunted by how many times you betrayed yourself. Aristotle wrote that happiness, eudaimonia, comes from living in accordance with your true nature, not from applause. The agreeable person dies 1,000 deaths each time they swallow their truth. The courageous person dies once, but their name echoes. You have a choice. Be a doormat with a smile, or be a pillar with edges. Pillars hold up buildings. Doormats collect dirt. Make your choice now. Drop this final affirmation. I am not here to be liked. I am here to be true. If this video struck something inside you, hit like. Subscribe to feed your mind, not your ego. Share this with someone who says yes too often. And remember, Aristotle warned us 2,300 years ago. The danger isn't being mean. The danger is being so agreeable that you disappear.